Welcome back to Journey Kids Online, where there's nothing like a good old-fashioned hoedown. I've been practicing on this harmonica for a good week doing my training regimen, and I'm confident that I can bang out a tune. Just listen. Well, maybe I need to work at it a little bit more, but I'm confident that if I stick with it, I'll get better. Confidence is actually what we're talking about this summer. Confidence is learning to see yourself the way God sees you. Remember, God loves you, and He thinks you're amazing. He thinks you're wonderfully made, and He sees you as someone who can face any challenge. When you learn to see yourself the way He sees you, you can press play and live every day with confidence. I've actually got some friends with me today that are gonna help me train to become a master harmonicist by taking part in the first annual Harmonicathlon. Okay, men, this is a tough training course. Only the strong will survive. It takes judgment, brains, and maturity to achieve the highest harmonica honor. You'll be doing all these tasks while holding the harmonica in your mouth and breathing through it, kind of like this. Got it? You got it? Okay. If you drop it, you have to start over. The first person who finishes all the tasks while playing a happy little breathing tune is the winner. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Set, go. With the balloon, with the balloon.
Oh, all right.
30 seconds, you gotta keep the balloon in the air for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Go. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 jumping jacks, go. 15 jumping jacks. And then 15 circles. After the 15 circles, you got 15 burpees.
Oh. My head.
15 burpees, go. Good job, keep going, keep going. After that, you got 10 seconds of foot stomping, harmonic. Keep going, keep going. Remember, if you drop it, you have to start over. Keep going, you got this. Come on, almost there, almost there.
Okay. Then what?
10 seconds of foot stomping, harmonica playing. Okay, who's the winner? Who finished first?
I have no idea.
Pastor Cody won.
Woo!
You did it, amazing, great job. One day you guys will be almost as good as me. Yeah, maybe I still need some practice. Let's continue to make some beautiful music together as we sing and worship God. Everyone up.
Unstoppable, that's how I'm feeling. It's impossible for me believing that I can't, that I won't make it happen. Just watch what I got, all the strength that I have in me. I'm gonna stand up tall, gonna walk through the fire. You can knock me down, I'll jump up even higher. And I believe everything I need, I pushing me to be who I am and what I was born to. I'm gonna stand up tall, gonna walk through the fire. You can knock me down, I'll jump up even higher. And I believe everything I need. I know, yes I know, it's all inside of me. Yeah, it's all inside of me. Oh, oh. I won't hold back, throw away the doubt. Nothing can stop me now. I won't hold back, throw away the doubt. Nothing can stop me now. I'm gonna stand up tall, gonna walk through the fire. You can knock me down, I'll jump up even higher. And I believe everything I need. I know, yes I know, it's all inside of me. 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 I believe it. I believe it.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Press play.
Jesus, we know we belong here because of your love for us that goes on and on forever. Jesus, we know you are with us wherever we go. You're there, we'll always be together.
So sing along with me for all the joy he brings.
It's going down. Get in the mix.
We're not stopping.
Get in the
The
mix.
party's hopping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Get in the
The
mix.
beat is dropping.
Get in the mix.
Feet are stomping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Oh, oh, oh.
Press play.
Oh, oh, oh.
Press play.
Jesus, we know we belong here because of your love for us that goes on and on forever. Jesus, we know you are with us wherever we go. You're there, we'll always be together.
So sing along with me for all the joy he brings.
It's going down. Get in the mix.
We're not stopping.
Get in the
The
mix.
party's hopping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Get in the
The
mix.
beat is dropping.
Get in the mix.
Feet are stomping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Oh, oh, oh.
Press play.
Oh, oh, oh.
Press play.
Oh, oh.
Press play.
Oh, oh,
Press play. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna break it down one time, y'all. You gotta sing it out with all you got. Y'all ready? Come on, come on. Clap your hands like this. Have confidence to get in the mix. Clap your hands like this. Have confidence to get in the mix. Now clap your hands like this. Like this. Have confidence to get in the mix. Now clap your hands like this. Like this. Everybody get in the mix.
Get in the mix.
We're not stopping.
Get in the
The
mix.
party's hopping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Get in the
The
mix.
beat is dropping.
Get in the mix.
Feet are stomping.
Get in the mix.
Everybody say it's time to press play.
Oh, oh, oh. Get in the mix.
Press play.
Oh, oh, oh. Get in the mix.
Press play.
Oh, oh. Get in the mix.
Press play.
Oh, oh.
Press play.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of Joshua, chapters 5 and 6.
For 40 years, God's people wandered the desert. At last, they reached the land that God had promised them. Joshua led them to the edge of the rushing Jordan River.
The priests will carry the ark of the Lord.
The ark was a beautiful chest that reminded the Israelites that God was with them.
As soon as the priests step into the Jordan, it will stop flowing.
Sure enough, as soon as the foot of the first priest touched the edge of the river, the waters parted. God's people crossed on dry land, just as God had led them through the Red Sea 40 years before.
God did this so that all the nations on earth would know that He is powerful.
Soon after, the Amorites and Canaanites living in the land had heard what God had done. Fearful, they retreated back to their towns, including the high-walled city of Jericho.
Oh, great. Like, how do we fight them now?
God will show us the way.
That evening, Joshua left camp and snuck toward Jericho. The walls loomed impossibly strong.
So tall.
As he turned, Joshua saw a man standing nearby holding a sword.
Who are you? Are you on our side or the side of our enemies?
I have come as the commander of the Lord's army.
Joshua knelt down, face to the ground.
What message does my Lord have for me?
Take off your sandals. The place you are on is holy ground.
Joshua tugged off his shoes.
I have handed Jericho over to you.
Joshua listened carefully as the Lord delivered a message, a battle plan unlike any other.
Wow. Okay, we'll do it, Lord.
Joshua called for the priests.
Get the Ark of the Covenant, and I need 7 of you to march in front of the Ark with trumpets.
Sorry, just warming up.
Joshua gathered the army too.
Time to move out.
Like, do we get to attack now?
March around the city.
Just, like, go in circles?
Some of you march ahead of the Ark of the Lord, and the rest of you march behind.
Can we at least shout and stuff? Hey, Jericho, you guys smell like cheese!
Don't give a war cry or raise your voices until the day I tell you to shout. But the priests must blow their trumpets. Forward, march!
The entire army, including the priests, marched one time around Jericho, just as the Lord had instructed Joshua.
Now can we get them?
Back to camp, men. We march again tomorrow.
The next morning, the Israelites marched around the city once again. And then on day 3, once again on day 4, not to mention day 5, and once again on day 6.
We march again at sunrise.
I have blisters.
At dawn on the 7th day, the army and priests formed their strange parade once more. But this time, once they finished marching around the city one time, Joshua called out,
Keep marching!
Again? My feet are killing me.
The Lord has told me we must march around the city 7 times today.
On the 7th time around, the priests blew a long blast on their trumpets.
Now shout! The Lord has given you the city!
You're smelling cheese!
As the shouts of the Israelites rang out in the clear morning air, something incredible happened. The massive walls of Jericho began to tremble. The gates shivered and quaked. Jagged cracks ran through the heavy stones. Rocks began to tumble from the tops of the walls. Little rocks, large stones, giant boulders, until at last the walls collapsed, crashing in on themselves. The ground quaked, and plumes of dust burst into the air. As the air cleared, the Israelites stared in amazement. The city of Jericho stood wide open.
Take the city!
With nothing standing in their way, the Israelites charged right in. That day, they completely defeated the city of Jericho. God was with Joshua, and he became well known everywhere in the land.
Maybe if I keep practicing, I can sound like those trumpet-playing priests. I'll get there. I'm confident. We can't always see how things will work out in God's plan. When the Israelites looked at the city of Jericho, all they could see was a wall, a big one. They had to trust God would do what he said he would do. It was the only way they could win and live in the land God had promised for them. Think about what it was like for Jesus' disciples when Jesus died on the cross. They didn't understand what God had planned, but everything made sense later, after Jesus came back to life and explained why everything needed to happen the way it did. Sometimes you can only see part of God's plans. In those times, you have to trust, obey, and have faith. That's the hard part, when you can't figure it all out. Still, keep following God and living his way. You can have confidence in him, and you can trust that his plan is always best. Remember, God's plan is the best plan for you and for me. I found out in life that I can trust God no matter what, and you can too. His plan is always best.